recording. I just love it when my camera doesn't record anything. It's just like, oh, you press the button and then nothing happens. So my ride from earlier today just didn't get recorded. Like the first part got recorded. But then the other part didn't, and I was like, okay, well, forget everything I just said. I am gonna go ahead and move the bikes around because everything is kind of all jumbled up, I feel like. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some coffee because I am super tired. Hey, I'm back. I have my coffee because I am just so tired for whatever reason, for all the other reasons. So as you can see in the background, my boyfriend's new used R3. We went the other weekend to get that, was it 2 weekends? No. Yeah, 2 weekends ago now, to pick up the R3. It's a 2015, so we're pretty excited about that. Or he's more excited than I am because it's his bike. But I was gonna do this video outside because it's so nice out. First I was gonna do it with outside, but then I got lazy. And then I was like, well, I'll just do it in the garage with the garage door open. And then there's too many. Our neighbors are outside talking and whatever, so I was like. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was why I ride. And I had been kind of thinking about this for a little bit, just because everyone has their own reasons for why they ride. There can be multiple reasons. It doesn't have to be one reason. There can be multiple reasons why. And I grew up drawing, and I really enjoyed drawing, and it was like a thing that I always did. But I felt like I was always in a hole, like in a big plastic bubble, and I like never got out, and I just felt very inactive. And drawing is a very studious type of hobby to have, and I just felt like I just needed to get out more. So I remember seeing a motorcycle a long time ago, and I remember being like, oh my gosh, that would be super cool to do that. And it became my thing to, I was like, I'm going to accomplish this. I'm going to get this done. Even though my whole family is basically telling me no, I did it anyways. So I got my license, and I had to wait 2 years before I was actually financially able to afford a motorcycle. And plus I didn't know what to look for. So when I got my first bike, yeah, that was pretty interesting. I kind of had to teach myself how to ride, because there was like there was like a 2-year period in between when I got my license and then when I actually started riding. So it was like weird. I knew where everything was on the bike. I just had to basically practice in a parking lot. So when I first started riding, it was just something that I wanted to do to like get myself out there and to learn how to be more confident in myself. I grew up in a pretty toxic environment, so I was very lacking, and I still am to this day lacking in confidence. And I feel like the bike itself has helped me so much as a person to be a little bit more fearless, I guess. I feel like you can't, like, it's okay to ride with some fear. I think it's normal to do that because, at any time someone can accidentally run you over, or purposefully. Hopefully not. But fear keeps you alive, and I think it's okay to have a little bit there. But at the same time, you have to have a certain level of confidence if you're going to be riding the bike too. That was like in the beginning, obviously when I first started riding, so it was different. I ride because it helps me get away from a lot of my, just the things that are bothering me in my head. when I go riding, a lot of the times it helps me to like just not think about those things. And occasionally I will, even when I'm on my bike, I'll think about the stuff, but kind of sometimes even then it helps me kind of sort through my thoughts. I enjoy riding because it takes me away, and that's like one of the reasons why. There's nothing like getting on your bike on a beautiful day and just going out and feeling the wind and the environment around you. If I were to compare riding to anything, it would be like flying. It's like flying on two wheels, and I just love that feeling. It's a freeing feeling to be able to just kind of go. And you can get on your bike and you just don't have a destination. You just kind of ride and go. Some people ride for the destination. Everyone's different. And some people just ride to ride. I tend to be more of a destination person, but even then, sometimes even if I get lost, I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, that's just really nice. I think another reason why I enjoy riding is because the bike itself has character, and every bike is different. I don't know, it's so weird how, like, I've ridden 5 different bikes now. Well, 6, maybe 6 different bikes. No, 7. Good Lord. It's so interesting to see the difference between the bikes. But all bikes have their own character. Some have stronger characters than others, and you know, it's almost like people, you know, like humans. Each person has their own story, and I feel like that's how bikes are. They have their own story, and it's just fun to get to know the bike. Even if you just go for 1 or 2 rides on a certain bike, it's just kind of, it's fun. It's like meeting a new person and, you know, talking to them and asking them questions. That's what I feel like riding bikes are like. It's fun, you know, this bike, my R6, is an interesting bike because I've always described it as being an impatient bike. Not only is because it's fast, but because it just feels like it gets twitchy when I get stuck in traffic. And it's so funny because I tried to describe this to my boyfriend before, and I'm like, yeah, it just kind of gets like this angry vibe to it. Never mind the fact that it's pretty twitchy at low RPMs. It doesn't enjoy the low RPM, so maybe that's what I'm picking up on. I have a very creative mind, so I like to, it's probably just me putting the characters on the bikes. But my boyfriend had to commute on it for, I think it was like last month or a month before, and he was like, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Whereas this bike, you don't get that feeling from it. Maybe it's just like, you know, it's just a difference between the bikes, how they ride. But that got a little long-winded, I know. Another reason I like to ride, or why I ride, it takes thinking. In a car, you get in the car, you know, put your seatbelt on. Hopefully you're putting your seatbelt on. And you don't think. Unless you're in really bad weather, then you have to pay more attention. But you have 4 wheels. That means, you know, twice as much traction on the road. It's really boring. And it's only non-boring when you're speeding. But if I really want therapy, I go on my bike. Riding a bike, you cannot be inattentive. You have to be paying attention. And I'm not saying people who drive cars don't pay any attention, because they should be. But there's a difference. You don't have to be twice as attentive in a bike or in a car, because you have to worry about people pulling out in front of you. That's what I enjoy about riding a bike, is because I ride because I have to pay attention. And it's like almost like a mind game. It's like a puzzle. It's like playing chess or something. You have to watch people. If you're in traffic, if you're commuting, you have to watch people and know what they're going to do. And a lot of the times you can tell what someone's going to do before they do it. So it takes a certain mindset. Some people are better at it than others. Some people have been doing it for so long and they just get so good at it. And some people, it takes them a little bit longer. But that's just another reason why I ride, is because it requires you to have a brain. You can't just get on the bike and, well, here I am. Another reason why I ride is because it makes you a better driver. Now, I don't think that's a fact. I feel like that's more of my own opinion. After I've been riding for 5 years now, I feel like I am 100% a better driver in my car. You know, most car drivers are not trying to stay out of people's blind spots. They're not trying to avoid a collision. Since I've been riding and stuff, it makes me be like, okay, you know, how do I approach this intersection? Or, you know, being conscious of like where you are on the road when you're passing somebody and that type of thing. I think a lot of car drivers, that people who don't ride, they drive like with their head just like off somewhere in the cloud. I think that's another reason why I like to ride, is because it makes me a wiser driver or smarter driver, I would like to think anyways. To sum up, it's kind of like, okay, I got my freedom machine that gives me confidence to be a better driver. Those are reasons why I ride. Besides it making me super happy, you know, I'm always happy to get on my bike and go somewhere. It's like a little adventure every single time. It's fun. And it's also fun to educate people about bikes. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, I go out and I ride, and I hope that I inspire another person to ride. That, you know, they see, oh, look at that small lady on her bike, or whatever they think I am. Someone once said I looked like a child riding a bike, and my dad actually was joking. He's like, you look like a fly on a horse. Because I'm so small on my bikes. I don't think I'm that small, but apparently. But yeah, I hope I can be a good ambassador for motorcycles. I hope that somebody sees me on a bike and says, oh my gosh, if she can do it, then I can do it too. I think that would be great. I would like to inspire other people. That would make me happy to be able to do that. So, those are some of the reasons why I ride. It's a fun hobby. Some people call it a lifestyle. It's a mode of transportation to me. I don't know if I'd necessarily call it my lifestyle. But yeah, so thanks for watching my video. If you liked my first vlog, please go ahead and subscribe or comment or hit the thumbs up button. Whatever. So thanks for watching, and I hope I see you again next time.